I wish you'd stop that infernal typing, Miss Holgrave. My head is about to burst.
I'm sorry, but there are letters that have to be written. The Colonel would want life to go on.
Oh, I'm so happy to see we're all here.
That stupid detective ordered us to stay put.
He isn't stupid, Miss Clancy.
Really? Then why are we being systematically eliminated?
Are we playing a game again?
No, Tex, but somebody is. A deadly game.
Well, let's not worry about that now. We prepared some snacks. The cooler's so full of bodies, we have to unload some of this stuff. Oh, Charity.
Hey, don't you have some of those chocolatey eclairs? Yeah, and some of that carrot layer cake, too?
Now, kids.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, how can you talk to your father that way when...
No skin off our noses.
You said a mouthful, kid.
Sam!
Well, I'm glad to see you could all make it.
Like there's someplace else to go.
Well, the weatherman said the storm's about over. The authorities will be able to be here by dawn.
Well, that means we have until then to nab a killer before he or she has a chance to escape.
Well, how are we going to do that, Mr. Slade?
You start by telling the truth. You people have more secrets than a deodorant shelf.
I think you've done a good job of digging up our dirt already, Mr. Slade.
But there's more. We'll start with you, Miss Clamsky. In going over the Colonel's papers, I found a letter you wrote to him just last week.
You wouldn't dare read that out loud.
I'll skip the brother you're a bum part and get to the important stuff. You'll give me my 1/3 interest in Crazy for Clams, or you'll find yourself clamped up for good. Love, Verna.
Sounds like a threat if you ask me.
Nobody did ask you, Hopalong Cassidy. That's just a figurative language. Any 8th grader knows a metaphor when he hears one.
Yeah, a metaphor for murder.
Really, Miss Clancy, your former students would find it really hard to believe that you're a murderer.
I believe it. I'd like to get you and your sister in my class for just 5 minutes.
Miss Clancy, what's your middle initial? I need it for this corporate report.
Lay off the keys there, Miss Holgrave.
But working calms me down.
Oh, and you've been rattled by all this, haven't you, gorgeous? Why don't you tell me again why you were downstairs the night Colonel Clancy took his midnight dive off the balcony?
Well, I heard him leave his room and come downstairs.
Checking up on the old boy, hmm?
I was worried, that's all. It's only normal after all that's been going on.
Sure. To be upset when the only man you ever loved has been murdered.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You were in love with my brother Horace? My dear, I thought you had better taste.
I don't think it was the Colonel she was in love with, was it?
I plead the fourth.
You can plead the whole Bill of Rights that's going to come out eventually.
Holly, you must have loved Cousin Calvin.
You can't prove a thing.
Oh, maybe this can.
Ooh. Where did you get that?
I found it in Cousin Calvin's room. I think he was going to spring it on you. It's gold, doll. Real gold. And it's engraved.
Oh, Calvin.
To Holly, my dolly, love Cal.
Oh. That's right, Mr. Slade. And if I knew who killed Calvin, I'd kill him just like that.
And how about you Beaupre sisters?
We don't know anything about this.
I don't believe that.
What are you getting at?
There's a skeleton in your cooler, and you know it. Yeah, 3 of them. Tell me, why did Colonel Clamsky keep coming back here year after year?
What? This is where he thought us crazy for clams.
Is that it? Or is one of you the only woman he ever loved?
That's ridiculous. We hardly knew him. He wasn't our type.
Quit lying. You know it's true. You left me for him 25 years ago. You left me for that scoundrel just because he had the bucks.
That's not true. I left you because I loved him, and I loved him for what he was. I can't help it he only has 1 weekend a year to give me. I loved him.
I could have given you everything. Instead, you gave me an ulcer.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mortimer. Can I get you a glass of milk?
Laced with arsenic.
Oh, Hope would never do such a thing, Mortimer. We're birds of a feather.
Well, but birds don't murder, Miss Beaupre.
Yeah, but what about bird watchers?
Are you trying to insinuate that I might have something to do with this sordid mess?
When you put it like that, doll, yeah.
Why, I never met any of these people before this weekend.
Is that so? Miss Clamsky, tell me again what your brother's hobby was.
Taxidermy.
How disgusting.
You fell in love with Horace Clamsky and you call his hobby disgusting?
And what did your brother like to stuff best, Miss Clamsky?
Birds. There was something about stuffing a hawk or a vulture or an eagle that made him want to sing.
Oh, stop it! He was wicked! Evil!
Stuffing our feathered friends just so he could stare at their lifeless forms. Your brother was the beast, Miss Clamsky. He was the one who should have been stuffed. But I couldn't have done it.
Yeah, why not, Feathertop?
Well, because stuffing things isn't my hobby. Why, I can't even stuff a turkey. I can't.
How about you, Mr. Wilton? Can you stuff a turkey?
Really, Slade, in front of the children?
Lay off the sob story. These aren't kids. They're actors. Just like you, Mr. Wilton.
I ought to punch you in the nose.
You're employed by Factor Actors, Inc., according to this receipt I found in Miss Wilson's purse. She hired you and the children to play her husband and kids for the weekend, didn't she?
What?
Why'd you do a blame fool thing like that?
Hey, we don't ask why. A job's a job.
Yeah, we have to make a buck too.
This is a diabolical charade, Mr. Wilton.
Yeah, pretty phony, too. Who was she, Mr. Wilton?
Well, let's see. She said her name was Gretchen Grimsworthy.
Oh, no!
Of course. She was thinner then. And her hair was red.
I should have figured it out right away. Should have figured out what? Gretchen Grimsworthy was the cook that worked at Horace's first restaurant. She's the one that sold him the recipe for the clams that made him famous.
She didn't sell it, doll. He stole it.
Oh.
She never made one clam from that business.
She came here that first weekend. Oh, and remember, she got really mad when she asked to speak to Mr. Clamsky. They were arguing. We couldn't understand a word they were saying. She left, and we never saw her again.
Well, then, she must have murdered the Colonel.
And then strangled herself.
Why her howling?
She couldn't have. She was in the room with us.
He's right.
Yeah, who's watching King Kong? And who kidnapped Caroline? It just still doesn't make any sense.
Well, you people probably doesn't. But when you've been at this as long as I have, you start to see a pattern. Now, any one of you could have had a reason to bump off Colonel Clamsky. And almost any one of you might have had the opportunity to bump off Cousin Calvin or Mrs. Wilson. But who's the only person here who'd do all three of them?
The only thing we know for sure is that it's one of us.
Okay, which one is it? We all know their secrets. We'll get to that. hated the colonel because the colonel stole Mortimer's girl. If you ask me, she had good taste in shoes, but what kind of a prize was she? And then there's Miss Clamsky. How'd you like to be in her 6th grade class? She makes Cinderella's wicked stepmother look like Mary Poppins. Then there's Tex Dayton. Is he really as down home as country gravy and biscuits? Or is there a sophisticated killer hiding in there somewhere, very deep inside? I like Twitterman here. She's got this thing for birds. But if you ask me, the world's already got enough turkeys in it, right? Then there's Holly Hallgrave, the perfect secretary. But hell hath no fury like a secretary whose boyfriend gets whited out in the first scene, right? How about Lila Dean, girl of my dreams? Now you tell me it's Lila. You'll be wearing a sled for my 38. She's not that kind of girl. Then there's Gretchen Grimsworthy, alias Mrs. Wilton. Cook crazed with revenge. She waits 25 years for what? Would she really strangle herself? Now, I ask for your help. I'm going to take a little poll here and see if anybody knows who it might be. We can't cancel out the fact that Caroline might be the murderer, even though she's not on stage, and you and me know where she really is. But is she just saying that? You think it's the secretary? Does anybody else think it's the secretary? Why do you think it's the secretary?
She was in love with the old man.
No, she was in love with the young man. She was in love with the old man. We still have a long way to go. I can see it's going to be tough pulling this one out of my hat. Well, let's hope that the killer doesn't mess up the 10,000 clan ransom pickup at midnight. That would be a real shame.